Hi, my name is Will, and I am in Sociology 3173 Criminology class. I'm here to talk about routine activity theory, which is one of the subjects we've been discussing. And basically, what routine activity theory is it takes a situation and focuses primarily on where that crime is taking place. And for instance, related to Charlotte. Um, you're more likely to get robbed in East Tech, which has happened a lot recently, than you are, at your own house or, in your own apartment. But it's basically taking a situation and focusing primarily on where that situation was taking place. Um, and Lawrence E. Cohen was one of the founders of this theory. And a lot of time, this theory is pretty straightforward, since it does just pretty primarily talk about um, areas where you're more likely to get robbed. So a lot of common sense comes into play, but it's also important to know the important areas of where you can get robbed. So I found an article. It's on a website called No Nonsense Self Defense. And what it does is it talks about these fringe areas, which a fringe area is a place that you usually pass through from one location to another. And a lot of times there are, there are spots within these fringe areas where you're around a lot of people, and then there are spots where you're not around a lot of people. And what it's basically saying is a lot of times you're more likely to get attacked when you're around less people, places that aren't normally as heavily populated, such as like a parking lot or a parking deck at UNC Charlotte. But not all the times these fringe areas are primarily focused on the less populated areas, because in more populated areas like a city street, you're more likely to get pickpocketed, which is the same thing as being robbed. So a lot of times it just determines what areas are most dangerous in the current situation or the current setting. Um, and also, the article goes into talk about recognizing the fringe areas. So again, you know at possibly a parking lot or in a heavy area, which what is more likely to happen, more likely to happen. Also, know what's normal in that area. If you see anything that's out of the ordinary, most likely you should call for help or avoid walking into a situation that you normally wouldn't see in that area. Again, parking lots are a very big concern for fringe areas and low populated areas. Also, stairwells and elevators. The article goes on to talk about ATMs, and also just being smart leaving a location. And it goes into some other places that you wouldn't think about, which at UNC Charlotte, a public restroom in Fretwell, a student was a victim of assault. So it's a really interesting article, and it goes into a lot of detail, but I think I hit the main points of routine activity theory and how it connects to these fringe areas that the article talks about. Thank you.